However, when we think about Jewish kids and Jewish camps, we always think, oh, they are going to run, they are going to do this. But we think in some kind of kids. But there are some kids that are exactly like the others, but that they don't go to camps. That's happened in Mexico and around the world. What's happened with your kids?
So I work for Camp Ramah. Camp Ramah is a network of 9 Jewish camps run by the conservative movement in the US and Canada. And each camp is for neurotypical kids, regular kids. And within each camp, we have a program for kids with a range of different disabilities. So if you imagine this, in 1970, a very long time ago, when kids were mostly kept separate, there was a visionary couple named Herb and Barbara Greenberg, and they had the idea to take kids with disabilities and put them in the same camp. And back then, there was a lot of nervousness. People were not so sure this was a good idea. And the program started, and I'm proud to say that the program I've been directing at Camp Ramah, New England, has been around since for 45 years.
Wow.
45 years. So these are kids with some kids with visible disabilities and some kids with invisible disabilities. So in some cases, you could see that a child has Down syndrome or has cerebral palsy, but there are also kids with more invisible disabilities. You can't always see what autism looks like. So those kids are part of the camp, and we've worked really hard to include them.
You know that in Mexico, some years ago, that was a problem also because many people thought that any kid with disabilities, physical, non-visible, was like to keep it behind.
Yeah.
Till came out an organization called Kadima, and they have integrated them to the schools also. Your program is just for camps. How do kids develop in the camp? They do the same things that kids do they have a monitor there. How does this work?
So we have different programs in camp. We have one program that's it's a mixed age division of 13 to 18-year-olds, and they do all the usual camp activities. They get up, they go to morning prayers, they do bunk cleanup, they go to swimming, singing, dancing, woodworking, ropes course, archery, all the usual things. And they have some typical buddies they interact with during the day. And those kids become their friends. And the impact on the typical kids is fantastic as well. And those kids just get used to the fact that there are people in the world who have similarities and differences from them. And it's good preparation, if you think about it, it's good preparation for life, because you can't choose the person who's working in the next office to you. You have to get used to working with all kinds of different people. So it's a great model. It's a summer camp for 2 months, but I could tell you more about what's happening in schools. We're also working on that.
All right, because that's important, because I see it every time with my daughter's classroom where there are some people with some disabilities, and they take it like a normal student, or they care about them, and they are their friends, they invite it. It's going and going and going, and they see it like normal. We have a campaign where we have also disability kids, and then there are many places where they don't see it like, oh, I'm going to be seated with him. They don't like it, and you are changing that, and most in the Jewish community. What do you think about the importance of this for every kid and every father also? Because it's not just the kids they enjoy it, but maybe there are fathers that they say, no, I prefer to send it to another camp.
Yeah.
What's happening in the mind of
it's a good question. We always had that program a little bit, but we started an addition where we took those kids, typical bunks like that. And it takes time. We really try to prepare the counselors and give them information, bunk meetings. I find that this is 12-year-olds, the younger generation, they're just used to it. It's just, but they be a kid, and the attitude is different. I can tell you this year, staff members, lesbian, gay, bi, transgender, and it was fascinating. I think because they're so used to having one difference in the camp, they didn't think it was weird or crazy unusual. They said, okay, it was used to it. They have friends. Yeah, exactly. I think the adults are worried that it's going to affect the kids negatively, and they don't even say, oh, that's the autistic kid. That's John. You know, oh, he walks a little differently, or he has trouble, like his motor skill. But they just really see a lot of strength in everything. Right, that's it.
What is the big concern? Because I can understand.
Right, so
What comes to say,
yeah.
more of the sexuality, the disabilities and non-disabilities, what is the biggest concern, and how do you handle it?
I think that parents really want to make sure that their own kids have a really positive camp experience, that they're not going to be, when they hear about those kids in their bunk, they want to make sure that their program's not going to be slowed down, that if the bunk is going to go out for ice cream and this kid is having a tantrum, that the bunk isn't going to miss out on something like that. And we told them that at the beginning, that and 12 kids had a bad experience. It's also a bad business model to can't survive if you lost 12 kids and had one kid. So, we really very patiently try to support all the kids and give them attention. I don't think many parents are going to say that to us, that they have those worries. I think that for the most part, parents embrace the fact that there are differences. They know. I mean, look, when we tried to sell this program in the camp, I remember going to the lead staff and I said, look around you. Okay, we have a counselor who's very obese. We have one woman who's at work. We have people who are We have people who keep Shabbat and people who don't. And people we're all being inclusive. I don't know what they say privately to their friends outside of camp, but I think one of the proofs that it works is that I smile when I look at a kid with a disability that's invited to the bondage of another kid. Right? And they're not just they're really no. I think that the parents take a lesson from their kids. Like I think sometimes kids will tell parents, they'll challenge the parents. Like, what does it matter? What does it matter if he's transgender? Like, what's the difference? And it's hard for a parent to give a good answer to that, because it challenges you to why do I care, And I think that that's happening more. I think you're absolutely right. I think the younger generation is bringing the parents along, and we're getting there, slowly.
You also prepare, you said, it's not just a summer camp. You have preparation for schools. You have kids getting for bar mitzvah.
Yeah, so the camp is really, it's only a 2-month program. The parents beg us; they wish that it would be 12 months. But well, no, I'll tell you why. I think that they say it because they feel that our camp community is so inclusive, but they don't always. I'm sad to say this. They don't always feel that way in the synagogue community. Right? Like, let's say a kid with autism starts saying during the service, and the rabbi's giving his drasha or her sermon or whatever. They start to feel uncomfortable, and I think that it's a families will say that if they don't is included, family to the show. And I think more and more we're finding in the United States inclusion said that they had a crime room. No, that's true. But the idea that you could have a room that any child who's having a difficult time can go to. I think they're making modifications. I think that when families more and more they're starting including, but So, we can't really do too much in their home community. When the counselors and the kids return to their synagogue with that attitude, it's a long process. I personally, outside of camp, I teach a lot of kids to become violent about this stuff, and how to modify things, how to teach them using for them. Sometimes the rabbi will say, look, we have this kid, I have no idea what to do with a kid who's nonverbal. Or we've never had a kid who's blind, but they'll ask the question. I'll say, I think in the Jewish day schools in New York, again, we're getting there, but it's slow to include kids with disabilities.
You know that I told you about Karima. We have here also a place called La Casa de la Alegría, the House of Happiness, where they have they to help people, Yad Rahamim, Yad Nagar, Yad Leyad, they help kids in different situations. Or they have teachers and they have therapists. They do many things. It's a new concept here in Mexico that it's opening up. There are many kids there that came from some houses with problems. I think it's interesting because they are also saying there are some religious women like but they are not trying to have life like by religion. You have to have life by spirit to help others. It's something that you do at the camp and in the schools.
Yeah. So I'm interested. Tomorrow I'm meeting with a bunch of educators to talk about integrating children with all kinds of special needs into the Jewish community, into different educational settings. And I feel like I have a lot to learn from. I want to hear from them also because one thing I've been so impressed in the community of Mexico City. The community is so important. Wonderful, and I think that I've noticed this from talking to people in the mood that it's a
How do you see your comparison with Mexico? What is your goal?
Being here.
And being with the
No, so in Israel. The model of kids in an overnight camp setting for 2 months and how that really helps change.
Just this week, my kids went with all these kids that are they went on a camp, not a camp, a tour. They go on an excursion for 3 days. And it was correct. They wrote the monitor and they were fabulous.
We haven't got along. So I want to talk about how that works in different settings. I'm going to talk a lot about my work with Brian about and I don't have a sense of what's happening in the community. But again, I feel like my job is almost a shaliach. I can share things. So what I will promise to bring back to share with people that I work with.
And tell me just to finish, how do you feel here and what do you think about limud
Okay,
in Mexico and around the world?
So, I will say this. I said this at our dinner the other night, that I feel like there are probably two places in the Jewish world where people naturally collaborate across the Jewish world, across the denominations. I could think of a story where you'll have like a rabbi side by side with a woman reconstructing or reform. They're not talking about what that looks like. Kids with autism, and it's a beautiful thing because it really puts down barriers. And I think that leading together, you can some with kippot, some are kosher, some are not. We come to things together, and it's really a rare place in the Jewish world where that happens. I think last year I went to my birthday mood in Toronto, and it was a fantastic experience. So I got to spend community over Shabbat, people. It's such a wonderful experience of people coming together.
Thank you very much.